Alright, we're heading to pick up a fairly decent, actually, Yamaha YFZ450. I guess we're picking it up from a guy that knows me from watching the channel, so that should be interesting. But he said that the battery is junk on it, so electric start doesn't work. But he said he's never tried to kickstart it. So apparently it runs great, drives great. It was up for, I think, 28, and he said I could have it for 26. So that's a really good deal for a YFZ. Typically they go for 4,000. So I'm thinking something's got to be wrong with it, you know? So we're gonna go there, check it out. I will see if we can film when we get there. So when did you get it?
I got it this past summer and fully rebuilt it, and I've had it all summer and just haven't rode it lately, and
okay.
It sat here.
You did bottom end on it?
The whole thing.
Oh. How'd that go? Pretty good?
I didn't do it, I took it to a shop.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I have the paperwork for it, I believe.
Okay. What kind of cam you put in it?
I do. Here's what he actually did.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Nice quad, it's fast. Oh yeah.
You guys catch anything today?
Yeah, we caught quite a few.
What'd you catch?
Just panfish, bluegills, and crappies.
Yeah. Where'd you guys go?
Just Long Lake.
Okay.
Right down the road, right down the road.
I don't know if you remember me, but you bought that Suzuki 50 from me. Probably
Suzuki 50.
3 years
How long
ago.
ago? Yeah.
I think my dad, it was in Manitowoc, you would have picked it up. My dad would have sold it to you.
What was it, like a
Like
four-wheeler?
No, it was a dirt bike. One
Suzuki
gear,
50, man.
very small.
Oh, I don't remember. Were you there?
No, just my dad.
Oh, okay.
I was walleye fishing that day.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember. I've had so many, I can't even keep track. Any leaking on it at all?
No.
I'm gonna grab my phone light. Hold on a sec. You haven't ridden it in a while?
No,
I'm guessing because the battery's dead.
Yeah, I haven't rode it in 2 months. Month and a half.
Okay.
We had it started up, what, a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
Month ago?
Hasn't left the garage yet.
Yeah, probably time to sell then. Never ride it.
We just topped off the oil before he got here. He wanted to use it up.
Okay. You have the bin on there at all? Should be right on the side there. You see anything down there?
No. Doesn't look like it was grinded off or anything.
I know.
When did you get this thing? Last year?
No,
2 years ago?
well, I've had it for a while. It just, after the summer it was fully rebuilt. It was just sat here before then because it was going up. So I had it fully rebuilt and then I actually started riding it this summer.
I don't know why the bin wouldn't be there.
The guy before me ice raced it, so
Okay.
that's why the front end is really wide.
Under your name? I feel like the only other way we'd get the VIN number would be the registration.
Can you get anything off that old sticker?
Yeah, it looks like it was registered. Yeah, the sticker's there from before. What the heck?
Well, if you go on and type in the number on the bottom, it might pull it up.
Pull up the bin number?
Yeah, I could try.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I broke that back plate off. Just missing the bolt. Yeah, no, that one's in there. This one right here.
Okay.
I'm not paying $2,500 to get it done again.
I mean, it's nice. I mean, there's nice parts on it, Elka shocks, and
Yeah, okay.
you've got the HMF pipe silencer. I don't know if that's a full pipe. Yeah, it looks like it might be a full pipe.
Yeah, I'm not messing around.
Get Reed over here.
Throw a price out.
What do you need to get for it? I guess.
Well, I'm losing money either way.
Yeah. What wouldn't hurt so bad for you?
How much did you want? 26?
I had it listed for really expensive because I have right around 6 into it. But I have it listed for 28 right now. So,
$1,200 in rebuild. You're gonna have what? $1,600? $1,500? You make the call.
Yeah, it's your call.
I don't know. You're gonna have to scrape up $1,200 to rebuild it.
nope.
And then the labor, and
Yeah,
then the,
labor.
you know, and sometimes you find more stuff wrong with it once you dig into it, which is always fun.
I just hope it ain't nothing too major after he's stuck $2,600 into it, you know.
And 12 before that.
Let me just check quick before I even make an offer. If the cases are cracked, then I don't want it. Let's see here.
Oh, it's just weird though. We had it started up like a month ago and
Yeah.
I have the
sounded
video
fine.
of it.
Yeah. You didn't put a new case on it, or you did it, did you?
Not for $2,300. I think each case goes for $1,000.
I think
Yeah.
the first time I had my neighbor do it, he put new cases on it.
Oh, really? Wow.
He put it, yeah.
Like brand new, like
I-
factory new ones? Because I don't even know if you can buy used ones. I think, yeah, he might have put new ones.
They look
I don't
fairly
know.
good.
It was $1,700 to take it to him.
Copies of these.
Man. Yeah, the YFZs always have problems because of the oil system on it.
Yeah, it has the oil mod done.
Oh, it does have it. Oh. Oh, well then what the heck? I wonder why it blew up then. That's weird.
Ran just fine about a month ago, shut it off, and didn't touch it since then, so.
That's really weird.
That's what I don't understand.
Yeah, why is there zero compression? I mean, like, my other one, like, stops right there, and then it's like, they'll kick back on you.
I'll chase her down and do.
I'll take 1,600.
16? I would do 15. That's what I feel comfortable at. Would you do 15?
I'll do 15.
Okay, sounds good. That way I have the, what is that, 27 then into it? Yeah. That's not too bad then.
I'm sure when it's done, you could probably get quite a bit for it.
Yeah.
It's a YFZ, so.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
I
Cool.
had a buddy that used to have a bunch of YFCs, but he always had problems with them.
Yep. Yeah, you spend more time rebuilding them than.
I always bought like 400,
Riding.
like LTZs, Suzuki's.
All right, so I don't know if you guys heard the conversation. I had to put the camera down and check over the whole engine, but I guess the quad feels like it has zero compression, so I'm thinking it's blown up. Unless there's like a decompression mechanism I don't know about, but I'm pretty sure it's blown up. So he came down in price, which was really nice of him. Most people will hold firm and wait for a sucker to come and buy it for the full price, but he came down in price to $1,500. So I was really happy that he did, because I drove about an hour and a half. So they were really nice. They've been watching the channel since like 13,000 subscribers, so that was awesome. We'll get home, start working on it. Hopefully it's a simple fix. Could be like a bent valve or something. And we'll get her fixed up. All right, it's the next morning. Got the quad out in the truck. Let's go check it out. Ooh, pretty chilly this morning. Let's check this thing out. Oh, Vinny's barking in the background. He's excited for the new quad too. Thing's like really nice. HMF pipe on it. Got the Alka shocks in the front. Tusk off-road Nerf bars. Tusk Racing cap for the oil filter. GYTR kicker lever. Thing is really nice. What does it have for A-arms here? Thrash, it says A-arms. I think those were extended 2 inches. Yeah, she's pretty modded out here. New caps right there. Got an oil temp for the coolant line. Thing is really nice. And I guess it was rebuilt, full engine rebuild. Cost them $2,300. I think that was a year ago, maybe. Yeah, she's pretty nice. A couple people were wondering how I get the tailgate halfway up. What you do is you take these cables and you wrap them around the loop right there on both ends, and it keeps the tailgate halfway up, and it keeps the quad in the truck. A couple people were asking about that, so that's how you do that. I learned that trick from a guy I picked up a quad from. Here she is. Douglas wheels as well on there. I believe all the way around. Yeah. Pro Elite front bumper. Dang. Pretty nice. Same with the grab bar back here. Yeah, really nice. We got her in the garage here. Taking a closer look. It's super clean. Those nice Alka shocks. Not sure what stage they are. A-arms are nice. Yeah, this thing's pretty sweet. Cool temp gauge. Marshall, it says on it. We've got the Aero tapered bars up here. Scott grips. We've got the bar raisers as well. It's got a lot of stuff on here. Looks really nice. I believe this is aftermarket as well. I'm not sure why there'd be 2 holes right there in the frame. Both brakes do work. I guess the guy said that off is on for the key switch and on is off. So I'm not really sure why that would be the case. It looks like an aftermarket ignition switch maybe on there. Chain and sprockets look really good. Perfect chain slop there. Even has a case saver on it. Wow, that's amazing. That's pretty crazy. It was last registered in 2022. Tires are not too bad. Still have some tread left, so those don't look horrible. The bar in the back, he said, is missing a bolt. You can see right there, that's why it's wobbly. Take a look underneath the seat. So it looks like the air filter is like halfway off of it. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of seeds in there. What the heck? Look at all these. What are these? Ooh, that's not good. That was going directly in the carb. What are those things? Mice must have gotten in here. Go. See what else comes out of here. Look at all those. You can see they're lodged in there pretty good. Good thing we're cleaning that out. Alright, that's all cleaned out. You can see going to the carburetor. No more of those pebble things in there. So I'm guessing a mouse got in there and brought all that stuff in there. So that could be why it has low compression. But I'm not 100% sure. So the guy said the battery was junk. So he said the electric start did not work. So let's hook up a battery to it and see if it cranks over. I guess that's the next step, and then we'll check for spark and all that fun stuff. Let's see. Oh, the battery's not even hooked up. Maybe that's why it didn't start. What the heck? Look at, not even hooked up at all. Oh, the wires are cut too. Except for the backlight. Yeah, I guess the backlight's off of it, but you can see the wires were cut for the backlight. So we're gonna hook up one to here and one to negative here. We've got one to positive and one lead to negative here. Let's see if anything happens. You know, maybe they'll start up. Who knows? I don't think she's gonna fire up here. Neutral light came on though. You can see. So off is on and on is off. Let's see if electric start works here. It's on. Electric start seems like it's working. Turning it over at least. Alright, she doesn't want to go, even with the electric start. So let's see if it's getting gas here. All right, let's see if this thing's getting gas. So far I see this plug is disconnected. So that's probably not great. I believe that's the, is that the throttle control sensor? Let's see go up into here. I don't know which one that is, but that's not connected. So we may not have spark. Looks like there's gas coming out of it already. Turn it back on and see if gas flows. Oh, that gas is flowing. Can't get it back off now. So gas is definitely flowing. That pumped out pretty quick. So no question about the fuel situation. It's getting gas, and we've got a full tank of gas as well. So that's not the problem. All right, let's go into the spark plug. So I believe gas tank has to come out to get to that. Let's see. Maybe we can reach it from the other side. Doesn't look like it. Let's see if we can get this out. Not seeing anything in there. Bad sign. Oh yeah, she's low. She's really low on coolant. I wonder if it's a head gasket that's blown. See that? Nothing in there. Huh. So I wonder if the oil was milky and they topped it off to make it look like it wasn't milky. Alright, gas ain't coming off. We gotta get these plastics off. It's super smooth, so I don't think it's gonna be a rod bearing. Well, at least I hope. Alright, spark plug is right in here. Way down in there. Make sure those wires aren't cut from the coil. Let's see, we had the one wire right here from the carburetor missing. I don't know where that plugs into. The spark plug looks like. See, it wasn't too bad. A little black, but not horrible. What are we running? NGK CR8E. I believe that's the correct plug as well. Let's see if we have a spark here. Go. Great spark. Wow. Was not expecting that. All right, we've got spark. That's awesome. So we have spark, we have fuel. I guess we'll do a quick compression test and see what compression's at. All right, here's our fitting. Hopefully it fits down here. Oh yeah. Compression tester going on. We're gonna do throttle open. See what we get here. Zero compression. So yeah, we don't have any compression there. That's not good. Well, that would be why it's not firing. It's holding a little bit though. So it's almost like the piston rings are stuck. So watch this. So if the valves were bent, it would go right back down to zero, but we do have a little bit. See that? Let's try it one more time. Because if the valves were bent, it would be holding zero compression. And right now it's holding a little bit. Let's see if it goes back down. See, it doesn't go back down. I was kind of hoping it would, because a bent valve is easy to fix. I hope it's not a scored piston and cylinder. That'd probably be the worst case scenario. But worst case would definitely be the rod bearing going and doing a full engine rebuild. But yeah, I think we found out why we don't have a running quad here. All right, we got the lines off of the valve cover here. We're gonna take the valve cover off and just check those valve clearances. Sometimes if you've got tight valves, it can cause low compression. So this is just held on by the two Allens right there. I don't think there's gonna be any oil up here. I wouldn't think. This hasn't been started in a while. There's a little oil up there. Oh, it looks like coolant. Look at milky oil. That's why they fill up that canister. So I think it's head gasket. Look at all that milky oil. Yep, so that might be good. Head gasket's pretty easy to fix. We might luck out here, but you can see all the green. Check that out. Look at all the green coming. It's all milky oil. Look at all the way down there, it's all milky. If I zoom really far in there, you can see it really well. It's all milky in there. And then the coolant was pretty much gone on it when we checked the coolant, so that would lead me to believe head gasket. And it's got low compression. So I think it's leaking from the head gasket. Pretty sure. And these YFZs are pretty notorious for head gasket failure. So I'm thinking that's the problem. We are going to still check the valves, make sure. Let's open up these caps, get this thing at top dead center, and we'll check timing and then check the valve clearances. So these are aftermarket Tusk. You can see somebody tried to get in here and couldn't. Let's see if we can. Groove right here. Yeah, there we go. It's all stripped out in here. These get really, really tight. Oh, there's just a bunch of coolant in there too. Look at that. All white oil in there. You can see the green right there. Should be like right there. Right there is where the line is. So there's two lines, and then there's a single line after the two lines, and that's where you want to be. Lines. And there's a single line, and we're on the single line. All right, coming up to the cams over here. Let's check timing. If I can get this thing out of the way. All right, so timing marks. One right there, that looks good. One right there, that looks good. So this one's parallel to the surface of the head. Then you've got this one right there. That one looks good. And then you've got the one that's angled at probably like a 60-degree angle coming off. And that looks perfect. Then lobe should be pointing away. Yep, lobes are pointing away. You can see they're pointing in this direction. These are the lobes right here, pointing that way. So we are at top dead center. If you look down the spark plug hole, there's the piston at the top of the cylinder. So let's find out the specs and measure these gaps. All right, valve clearance specs for the intake are 0.004 to 0.006 inches. And for the exhaust, I believe it's 0.008 to 0.01 inches. So let's get our feeler gauge out. Let's see what we can find here. We'll go to 0.005 right away for the intake, and we'll see if these are within spec here. Those go in. And that one's a little tight. That one's a bit tight right there. Let's see what that's at. Let's see if 0.007 fits it. I think it's gonna be 0.006 on that one. So, yeah. So this one's 0.008, this one's 0.006, that's a little bit tight. But that wouldn't affect compression, it's still open. Those are all good, they're all open. They're all pretty much within spec except for this one. It's a little bit out of spec. Like I said, it's 0.006 instead of 0.008. So 0.002 out of spec, which is not a ton, but and I could get the 0.007 in there if I jammed it in. So it's not like it's that much out of spec to where it would run bad. So yeah, I'm heavily leaning towards that head gasket being the problem. All right, oil drain on this is the bolt right there underneath the shift lever. And then there's another bolt on the bottom of the oil canister we have to drain. So let's get this one out first. Underneath the shifter, we'll see how milky that oil is. Looks like it might be a 12 millimeter. Maybe they even did an oil change. If they did an oil change, they for sure knew about it. Who thinks they did an oil change? It was pretty loose, that bolt. Oh man. Yeah, straight up milkiness coming out of there. Whew. That's not good. We're hoping the bottom end is still good. Ooh. Yeah, that's pretty milky too, coming out of there. Milky, milky oil. All right, you can see some of the fresh oil starting to come out now. All right, coming over to the filter side. Let's get this oil filter out of here. So far, it doesn't look like we have any chunks in the oil. So we'll see when we get this filter off. Thought that was stripped out at first. This sucked. Yeah, look, look at that filter. My gosh, that's crazy. Just straight up, like green milkiness. See if there's any chunks in there. I really hope not. Doesn't look like it. Looks pretty smooth. Apparently this thing has the oil mod done to it. So hopefully the bottom end's still fine. It looks like it's going to be. Alright, so I think we're going to be taking the head off. So to get the head off, we need to take the cams out, get the cam chain out of there, or loosened up I should say. The header pipe needs to come off. This coolant line needs to come off. And the bolts underneath the cams need to come out. So let's do that and try to get this head off of here. We'll see what went wrong here. All right, we got the carb out right there. Let's get the cam chain tensioner out. Just take the whole thing out right away. None of these bolts were really torqued down too much. There's the tensioner. Feels good. Coming up here, cam chain should be loose now, yep. Those are all the same length, so it doesn't matter how you put those back in. Be careful, you're going to lose these clips right here. Make sure they don't fall down into the engine. Clips like that. You want to lose those. Cam coming out first here. There's that clip. Let's check out the intake. So you can see these look brand new. Bearings are super smooth. Looks like a brand new cam. See what kind of cams they are. Are they just new stock ones? They look brand new though, don't they? I'm not seeing any markings on it. They look really nice though. So there's one Allen and one normal stud in there. There's the Allen. Whole pipe can come off of here. Alright, let's get these head bolts off. These are torqued really tight, so I'm going to be using a breaker bar. Yeah. Those are pretty tight on there. I'm going to go in a crisscross pattern. Alright, so this is either going to be a $50 fix where we can just replace the head gasket, or it's going to be a $500 fix or up if we have to replace the head, the cylinder, and piston, which actually would be probably closer to like $900. So we will see. Here we go. Head's coming off now. Let's see what's wrong with this thing. Ooh, looks like the piston has seen better days. Look at all that crud on the top of it. Just gonna wipe all that off, or vacuum that off before it gets into the cylinder, which I'm sure it's already in there. But yeah, that's all. I think those pebbles the squirrel brought in are all ground up, and then it's like mixed with water and oil and crap in there. But there's not a ton of coolant on the top of the head. On the bottom over here. See just a bunch of that crap. We'll have to inspect it for cracks, because that's what I'm assuming happened. Either in the cylinder or the head, or maybe the head gasket just went. Alright, piston looks pretty new in there. I'm not sure what kind of piston that is. We'll have to get the cylinder off and check that out. But yeah, it looks pretty new. So that's good. At least I think it was rebuilt. No gouges in the cylinder at all. So the gasket should have been laying flat. We'll check out the head. Alright, checking out the head. I checked over the whole thing for cracks. Can't see any cracks anywhere. The valves look really good. They look like they're new valves in there. They all push down, none of them are bent. Everything looks really tight up here. No cracking anywhere. Everything's super smooth. Yeah, no cracking anywhere. This is definitely a mystery. What the heck happened? Maybe the piston rings are just really worn. And then the water pump seal's gone. I don't know. But why would it have such low compression? The heck? Not seeing any cracking. Here's the head gasket. So maybe the head gasket just failed. But it looks good. Looks pretty good. Doesn't look horrible. You know? Is it the wrong head gasket for it? Let's see if all the holes line up. Yeah, it's definitely the right head gasket. All the holes line up perfectly. That's really strange. Head gasket actually looks fine. Unless, like I said, the torquing sequence wasn't correct and maybe that caused a problem. But I guess we'll keep going, get the cylinder off and see what's going on. That's just really, really weird. Alright, so maybe rings were stuck from sitting. Because head gasket looks fine. Very, very strange. Alright, let's get the cylinder off. See what's going on. Something's got to be wrong where it would cause zero compression. Let's take a look at the piston here. Ooh, yeah. Piston rings are stuck. Oh yeah, that's pretty rough in there. Wow. Alright. So piston rings are completely gunked up and stuck in there. Well, that would be the low compression problem. And check this out. This is what I was afraid of. Cylinder's cracked right there. Look at that big crack in there. You can see it from the top too. So that's why coolant was just pouring into the cylinder. So that's fun. So cylinder is just really, really cracked bad. Not good. Yeah, you can see it goes all the way through there. Right there. That is a big bummer. You can see it better right there. Look at that. Oh man, you can see it right there. So that cylinder's toast. Bummer. That really sucks. But at least the head's still good. That wasn't cracked. I think the cylinders are cheaper than the head. But they're still not cheap. Yeah, that's a cracked cylinder, and the piston's pretty much toast too. There's no way this guy had it running 2 months ago. I don't think so, at least. Alright, so rod in here looks really good. Barely any side to side. No up and down whatsoever. So this was definitely a new crank or a new rod installed, because there's like 0 side to side, just a little bit. So that's barely even worn in. There's the oil mod right there coming through. a little oil squirter so that can lube up the crank there. But yeah, rod bearing feels good. Here's the piston. It's actually a really nice piston. It was a CP piston, MX98, but you can see the rings were all stuck. They're just really sticky in there. They're not completely stuck, but they weren't expanding or anything. And yeah, piston doesn't look too bad besides the rings. But yeah, that's a big bummer that we cracked the cylinder. That really sucks. So it looks like this thing needs a top end rebuild. I'm gonna go check out some prices on new cylinders and pistons. Hopefully it won't be too much. I got this thing for 1,500 bucks, so I mean, even if I put 500 bucks into it, I still get a $2,000 rebuilt with a bunch of aftermarket parts on it, YFZ450, which typically these go for like 4,000, 4,500, and especially with the aftermarket parts. So it's definitely worth rebuilding and getting this thing running. All right, so it turns out this one is 98 millimeters. Quick measure it, so you guys can see. Yep, you can see 97.87. So it is a big bore. This is the standard bore cylinder right here from my other one. And this is 95. You can see. So standard bore is 95. And I think it cracked because looking at these, you can see the coolant ports right here. Check out how thin these are compared to the stock ones. So that is 4.67. And check out the stock ones here. .59. So you get a lot more thickness between the ports, the cooling ports right here. So when you have a big bore, that piston's really, really close to those ports right there. Way more than stock. And I think you have more of a chance of cracking around here than if you just run the stock cylinder. So I think we're probably going to run the stock cylinder so we prevent the cracking from happening again. You have so much compression. I think this is like a 13-to-1 piston. You have so much compression that it forces those sides out on the cylinder, and I think it just cracks. But with the stock one, you have a little bit more strength there. So what we might do is just order up a kit with a stock one with a high compression piston and call it a day. I think the kits are around 400 bucks for a decent one. Cheap ones are like 100 bucks. So, I mean, it's not that expensive. I think it's worth putting a good one in there. So the top end gasket kit, the cylinder, and the piston all come in the kit for like $400. So we'll have about $1,900 into it, which isn't bad for a a really nice YFZ450. But yeah, I guess that's what was wrong with it, a cracked cylinder. But yeah, anyway guys, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. We'll get this one up and running again, and I don't think it'll take that much work. So, still a decent buy in my book. Stay tuned for next video, and until next time, we are out.